Hi everybody, and welcome to Tom Gruenwald Outdoors. I'm Tom Gruenwald, and we have a special treat lined up for you today. This is unbelievable. We're on Saskatchewan's Tobin Lake. This lake is known for trophy pike. We're talking giant gators. The potential here for 50-inch, 30-pound fish is real. Lots of fish in that 25 to 35-inch range, and lots of fish even in that 35 to 45-inch range. So these are big trophy fish. Today, fishing for these pike, we're going to try a few different styles of tip-ups. Obviously, I like to use the polars, and the polar therm, the whole cover design is really nice when it's deep snow like this. You got wind blowing snow and so forth. It won't end up in the hole, and then it makes it a little easier. You don't have to be out cleaning out the holes as often. I'll be definitely using some of my Arctic Bay polars, which is a high-profile style tip-up with a real high flag, and that is really nice when you got deep snow like this. Those low-profile tip-ups can be very hard to see. So especially for the sets that are furthest out away from where we're fishing in the shanty, I'll probably use some of those. The wind tip-ups are nice. These are also a little higher profile. And in addition, obviously, you're going to get some jigging motion. That wind hits these wind flaps and keeps the bait moving. And with the rigs that we're using and the dead bait, that can be very helpful, and it can really improve your catches a lot. Of course, fishing for these large pike, we got to make sure that we get the frame of these wind tip-ups, the base pushed down into some snow and slush, so it's got a good solid foundation. So if a big fish hits hard, you don't have to worry about the wind tip-up tipping over. We've got a good wind blowing today. It's going to give me just a little bit of jigging motion on these baits. It should be perfect. Things to remember, of course, are make sure that you've got that wind tip-up set. We've done a number of different spots showing how to use the springs and the tension. Just get this angle just right so you get the amount of wind action and the amount of jigging motion that you want to result from that set. Another thing I want to show you with the wind tip-up, when you're setting these adjustment brackets, a lot of people wonder why there's two springs. Now out of the package, only one spring will be connected, and that's usually the lighter spring. There's a light and a heavy, and of course those are designed for use with either lighter or heavier baits or heavier or lighter wind conditions. When you're fishing like we are here with these big dead baits, it's nice to have even more tension. To create that extra tension, we're actually putting both springs on, and that helps to allow that wind and bait to be able to move using both springs. Another thing you can also do is you can take that tension and you can actually turn the bracket sideways, which of course also stretches those springs and gives you even more options and more alternatives for trying to create a variety of adjustments and a variety of settings. Also, always make sure that the line is coming off the top of the spool on the wind tip-up. You can see that the way that the flag is positioned on the back of the spool, when the line comes off the top, that allows the flag to trip. You want to make sure that you don't have the line spooled on so it's coming off the bottom, or sometimes when you're rolling up your line quick at the end of the day, if you double back, make sure that that line's not coming off the bottom. It's got to come off the top so that the flags trip. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get a couple of wind tip-ups set out here. We'll get an Arctic Bay, a couple of polars, and see if we can do some damage. How long should I let him go? Okay, got him. He's coming. Got some weight there. Come on, coming toward me. Boy, that was fun. When you set the hooks into these, it feels like you hooked a stump. And we're getting nearby there. Here comes the head. Yep. Look at the lines all wrapped around her mouth.
Small number 8 hook.
Yes.
We've got him just in the corner.
And there it is.
Exactly what we got right there.
Well, by Tobin Lake standards, that's not a huge pike, but that's still a nice fish. Look at him. A lot of times you see the size of the head on these fish. You'll see a big head and then a thin body, but just look at the thickness. Well-conditioned, well-fed fish. Every one of them, all the walleyes, the pike that we've caught here, it's just amazing. All right. There we go. It's a start. All right. Thanks for your help. Hey, I wanted to show you one of the tip-ups that we're going to be using today. It's HT's Arctic Bay Polar, and what I really like about this tip-up, first of all, is it has the same mechanism as our regular polar tip-up has. So it's guaranteed against freeze-up. We got a nice 500-foot metal spool, and a little bit different trip mechanism, but that's because it's a little different style tip-up. This is what I call a high-profile tip-up. So instead of the flat base platform polar tip-ups, which sit fairly low to the ice, and even when that flag pops up, it's only maybe 15 or 16 inches above the hole. With this tip-up, I've got almost the advantage of the old-fashioned stick-style tip-ups, and it's very high. I mean, this is set up so that I'm going to be able to see this from a distance. Even in the deep snow, if I've got a long set along a drop-off or a ledge like we have today or a weed line, I can put this at the end and I can really see my tip-ups. And then the lower profile ones along the line, of course, I can use the tip-up markers that we like to talk about. Another thing about this tip-up then, once you've got that body set, the flag on this is a good 4 feet up above the ice when it's fully extended. So in addition to the height of the body, I've got the flag yet on top of that. So there's not going to be any chance I'm going to miss a bite. Really works out nice. Polar tip-up mechanism, guaranteed against freeze-up, nice big spool with drag, and a high flag, high profile tip-up I call it. And I've got this spooled with 40-pound test, HT 40-pound test braided Dacron. And I'm fishing today with HT Pro staff member Steve Bunka. And when we're fishing for these large fish, there's a little bit different way to rig for these things, isn't it? I mean, it's a lot different than maybe a lot of people using live minnows might try.
You bet. I think the biggest thing that you have to consider is the size of the bait. Mm-hmm. And at Tobin, when you're fishing at this time of year in particular, this would be probably the smallest bait you'd be using. You're looking at 4 or 5 inches bigger than this as well. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure you have a good 3-hook quick strike rig. We get barbless hooks, pre-made barbless hooks. They work really well. We have the treble in front, a smaller treble in the middle, and that's primarily used to help balance the bait.
Sure.
And then again, another treble right near the tail. And as you can see, when this rig sits, you're getting a great level, realistic presentation.
Hanging nicely and horizontally. And it's about a size, what, 1/0 hook are the working hooks on the front and the back, and then the balancing one in the middle is about a number 6,
yeah.
Something? Okay.
Yeah, you bet. And one thing I like to do with my baits is just take a marker. It could be any kind of marker. This one I got from the fishing hole. And just mark up the bait. Give that fish a little bit of a target. Just a little something extra to bring them in.
Yeah.
And then again, I like to do that on the hook side. Give a little mark, drag a little red over the hooks, paint it up.
Anything to help to draw the pike in to see that bait. And I fully agree. I like to do little extra things too, adding some beads or a flashy blade. Another thing I like to do is even just take a piece of yarn and I'll maybe soak that in some fish attractant or whatever first. Now when I take it out, I put that on the hooks and let that drag along the side of the bait too. Anything at all to help the fish notice your presentation.
Yeah, you bet.
Perfect. Well, hey, we're all set. Why don't we go and drop this in and see if we can catch a big gator, huh?
Absolutely.
All right. Look at that trip shaft going there. Check that out. All right, how long do you like to give these fish?
It's not slowing down.
Should we give them a minute, you think, or do we take them?
Maybe give them a sec.
Look at that trip shaft spin.
Like it was in my dream last night. That was exactly what was happening. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
He's pulling hard. He's out of line.
How much line you got on there?
Yeah, it's about 50 feet.
Okay, I'd pull it up and consider. Yeah, it's not.
Should I give him a little, let him go a little bit and try swallowing it, or should I take him? Well, you tell me what you think's best out here.
I usually like to let them slow down, but
okay.
That's exactly what that fish is going.
You're gonna be getting down there in line pretty soon. Yeah, he's taking probably 30 yards of that 50 yards already, maybe more.
I think as soon as it slows down, or your call there, it's starting to slow down a bit.
Yeah. Go from your experience, what you tell me that you think is best.
I would start to let it go through your hand. I'll hold the tip up for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's right. Oh, it's going really hard now.
Should I take him?
Yeah, I'd take him.
Okay, we got him. All right. Now do you drop it? There's not a lot of weight on there. He's still on there, but it's not a lot of weight. I don't know if, I haven't felt any run, so I don't know if it's just a minnow. We lost him or what?
Sometimes when they get to the top of the ice is when they really start.
When they start going. It's not a real heavy fish, but I always like it when I get a good hard run when they take off on me, but
that doesn't.
It's not doing much.
No, I don't know if we're. I would be really shocked if he spits.
It feels heavier than just the minnow, but it hasn't made any run. At least there. Definitely on there. It's on there. Now he's making a run.
I got the line here. I'll make sure it feeds out good for you.
It's real important to not let that line get twisted up or stuck in snow or ice. Oh yeah, he's there. There, now we're getting a little, there we go. That's what we wanted to see happen when you get those bigger fish. It's so hard to tell the size of those when they're out that far.
Yeah, that had to have taken out 30 to 50 yards.
Oh yeah, he's very, very close to 40, I would say. Oh yeah, we got her head coming. Here we go, there we go, she's in. If you could grab her.
Oh yeah, oh that's a...
Watch the hooks, hooks are loose, be careful, be careful.
Holy!
Oh yeah! Look at the size of that monster. Oh my!
In my backpack, I've got some big pliers.
I got one smaller one here. He's kind of right to the mouth.
Oh my goodness!
That is
you know, I've
crazy.
seen it before, but every time it's just as shocking. I've got real long ones. Actually, if we just want to, yeah, there we go.
I'll hold it, spread it out so you can try to get your fingers in there and not getting hurt. She's not hooked too badly. There you go. Oh.
These were the fish I was talking about.
No, we grab a tape measure to this fish and see what we got.
She's definitely, I bet you she's 41, 42.
Looks like a mid-40s to me. Yep.
Look at this. Huh? That's what makes Tobin fish famous, is that big, fat gut.
Take it out, let's see what we got. I'm gonna guess about 44. If you go from there to the tip, see, maybe not that long.
She's about 40, 41.
41 at the tip. Yep, low 40s. All right, I'll turn around this way.
You got your northern. I'm just trying to keep her head up so her eyes don't freeze. You got her?
I got it. Hey, this trip, Steve Schmitty said, hey, this is your chance for fish of a lifetime. Monster gators, giant pike. This is what we came for right here. 41 inches, fat, heavy, thick-bodied, conditioned fish. Look at the head. The head on this fish. See why they call them gators? That looks like an alligator right there. Like I always say, nothing beats ice fishing, nothing. Hey, we're trying a new spot out now. We're fishing out on a large area, big flat with a deep hole, ledge, drove bait fish in, some wood up on top of the flat. This area here actually has the original river channel that's flowing through it. So where most of the area surrounding us is running between, I'll say 4 feet to maybe 8 or 9 feet deep. The base or the bottom of that channel is running 15 or 16 feet. A couple of the lines that we have set up are actually in that channel. The other ones here are right on the edge of the channel. So that should be a good spot, theoretically, where these fish might be moving through. So let's see if we can get a couple of flags here. Let's look at that trip shaft and the spool taking line. These big fish, when they come up and pop these baits, don't mess around. That 41 inch I caught the other day, I had 50 yards of line, and he took out, good. He took out about 30. That's all right. And just kind of try to work with him here, keep this line straight so if the fish makes a run, he can take line. Come on, fish. Boy, he did take line, didn't he?
Oh yeah, it's a good fish.
We're only about 10 feet of water here.
Oh, he's near. Oh, that's a nice fish.
The big pike. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's big.
This is what you call a Tobin Lake pike right here, folks.
He's really wrapped up in the line.
Just take it easy. Ease his head in there. Yeah.
He's a big one. Oh, there we go.
This is where those specialty Smitty rigs come in handy. Oh yeah. Yeah, here we are. Oh yeah. Look at the size of that fish. Is that pretty or what? Boy, do they grow big in here. Just incredible. Every single fish, Smitty. There's not one that doesn't have that girth in that belly.
Yeah, look at the back on that.
Look how thick that fish is. Looking at about 35 inches on that fish. Maybe just a little bit more because she's turned. We'll put a scale on it, show you afterwards. You won't believe how much that fish will actually weigh.
Yeah.
What a horse. There you go.
We got a set of line.
Little tool here to open up the mouth so we can get the hooks out.
You know what? I'm gonna cut this rig.
This one just absolutely, for the first time this trip, most of the fish we've caught have been hooked right in the jaw. This fish just engulfed this minnow. He took the one of the big hooks all the way down. Might want to use his. Oh, you got it. And all we did there is just cut the wire from one of the hooks. This is a 3-hook rig. Since that fish swallowed that that back hook, rather than risk hurting him.
£14.
Okay, so 35-inch fish coming in at 14 pounds. That's fat. That's fat. Close your mouth, fish, so you can go down. Might not want to let them go too long because of the stumps and stuff. You got that quick strike rig.
Do what I usually do. I go like that, and then I have them hooked.
That worked out good. Here, let me help you. Just feed the line this way. Coming towards you?
You can take the line out.
Yep.
Oh, he's a nice fish.
If you need some line, tell me and I'll feed it to you.
I made this thing. I should really catch a fish.
It works, Paul. It works. Oh, look at that. He's tangled up in there too.
He lassoed himself.
Same thing as that last fish did. You want to get him?
Well, I'll try.
Hey, look at that. There we go. Congratulations. Nice pike, Paul. Nice pike. Isn't that something? Here we are. We've got Paul, who invented the polar tip-up, able to actually get out here and show us how it works. And that's a beautiful pike, Paul. And again, it's really neat. Look there on the camera, folks, how that center treble, now that's that balancing treble that Smitty and Steve showed us. And it's just amazing how often that is the hook that catches the fish. Hoist that baby up. Look at that.
All right.
She's gone.
Way to go, Paul.
Oh,
nice fish.
You can help me out anyhow.
I can't believe I just witnessed that.
He took the cap away on me on top of it.
Hey, thanks for coming along today. It's been an exceptional fishing trip. We caught a 41-inch northern pike. That thing was about as fat and well-conditioned a pike as I've ever caught in my life. We added a number of fish in the 30-inch class, mid-30s, high 30s on the trip. Missed a couple of fish that spit the bait on us. The weather conditions weren't exactly perfect for the both days, but still an exceptional fishing experience. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for the pike of a lifetime, Fishing Saskatchewan, that's one of the places to go, and Tobin Lake would be a prime destination. If you're looking for more information on fishing pike up here in Saskatchewan, you might want to go to fishingsaskatchewan.ca, and pro staff members Steve Bunka and Smitty here will be glad to help put you into the right accommodations and the right lakes and the right places with the right guides to help make your trip a success. Hey, we're looking forward to seeing you again here next time on the next episode of Tom Gruenwald Outdoors.